In the dynamic world of the NBA, star players joining forces to create formidable duets has always been a thrilling prospect. Throughout history, we've witnessed remarkable partnerships that seemed destined for greatness only to crumble under the weight of unfulfilled expectations. In today's video, we'll explore some of the most compelling duets in NBA history that, despite their immense talent and potential, ultimately fell short of achieving the success they were projected to attain. Join us as we unravel the intriguing stories behind these duos and uncover the factors that led to their unfortunate failures. Let's dive right in. Number 1. Mitch Richmond and Juwan Howard. The moment Mitch Richmond and Juwan Howard joined forces, it felt like a match made in basketball heaven. These guys embody the essence of the game. They talked hoops, looked the part, and exuded an undeniable chemistry. But alas, fate had a different plan in store. As the seasons passed, disappointment clouded the court, and the win column barely budged. Before anyone could blink, Howard found himself traded to the Mavericks, while Richmond donned the purple and gold of the Lakers. Little did we know, Richmond's brilliance could dim faster than a shooting star, leaving us dumbfounded. As for Howard, it turned out his early years with the Bullets were the peak of his basketball prowess. Despite our hopes, he struggled to surpass those heights, leaving us yearning for more. Basketball can be a tricky game, full of unexpected twists and turns. Sometimes the perfect duo isn't as perfect as it appears to be, leaving us scratching our heads and wondering what might have been. Number 2. Jim Jackson and Jamal Mashburn. The 90s, a time of simpler hopes and dreams. Back then, we had high expectations for guys like Jim Jackson and Jamal Mashburn, envisioning them as the next big stars. The Dallas Mavericks seem to have struck gold, nabbing Jackson from Ohio State in '92 and Mashburn from Kentucky in '93, both with the 4th pick in the draft. We imagined a bright future for the team. Reality, however, had different plans. In their first year together in '94, the Mavericks stumbled and staggered, managing a measly 13 wins. Desperate to turn things around, they added another promising talent, Jason Kidd, with the 2nd pick in the '94 draft. Surely this trio would bring success, right? Well, not exactly. The following 2 seasons saw the team's win totals reach a lackluster 36 and 26 games respectively. Frustrated with the underwhelming result, the Mavericks made a bold move, trading away both Mashburn and Jackson within a mere 3-day span in '97. And just like that, their dreams of a triumphant trio were dashed. The 90s, an era where even the best laid plans often went awry. Number 3. Allen Houston and Latrell Sprewell. The 2000s Knicks were known for their questionable decisions, giving us plenty of material for insults. In that decade, Allen Houston stood out as a level-headed guard, while Sprewell was not. They played together from 1999 to 2003, reaching their peak in their first season when the Knicks made the finals without Ewing. After that, their performance declined, winning 50, 48, 30, and 37 games in the next 4 years. They reached the Eastern Conference Finals in 2000, but lost in the first round in 2001. From 2002 until the last season, the Knicks became the team we have grown familiar with over the past decade. Number 4. LeBron James and Shaquille O'Neal. Shaq's addition to the team seemed like a bad move from the start. He was overweight and getting up there in age at 37. Critics predicted that he would block LeBron's path to the basket, making it harder for him to score, and they were right. Shaq did clog up the lane until he got injured, and then the lane became wide open. The Cavs' decision to sign Shaq had consequences. They couldn't make any big moves in free agency the following year because of it, and when the 2010 offseason came around, well, we all know what happened then. Number 5. Charles Barkley and Scottie Pippen. Charles Barkley and Scottie Pippen, 2 players from the 90s, were not a good fit together. Nobody seemed to anticipate their clashes and how they would ruin their team's chances. The Houston Rockets tried to create a powerful lineup with Barkley, Pippen, and Hakeem Olajuwon, but their careers were winding down. Despite a decent record of 31-19, they disappointingly lost to the Lakers in the playoffs. Pippen criticized Barkley, calling him selfish and lacking dedication. He even refused to apologize and suggested Barkley should apologize to him instead. It was a tumultuous time for the team in Houston. Number 6. Allen Iverson and Chris Webber. If these two guys had played together at the peaks of their careers, they could have achieved amazing things. Sadly, they only joined forces towards the end of the 2005 season, and their sole full season together was in 2006. During that time, Iverson was having conflicts with the front office and anyone who would listen. Nevertheless, they managed to put impressive numbers, scoring a combined total of 53 points per game. Despite their individual success, the team's overall performance suffered. With a young supporting cast, they only won 38 games and missed the playoffs. Number 7. Grant Hill and Tracy McGrady. The duo's demise can be largely attributed to their injuries. During his 6 seasons with the Orlando Magic, Grant Hill's playing time peaked at 67 games in 2005, while he played fewer than 30 games on 4 separate occasions. Just imagine the potential they could have realized if they had been healthy together for entire seasons rather than just brief stretches. McGrady truly shone while wearing the Magic pinstripes, and Hill was regarded as one of the top 10 players in the league before joining Orlando, but unfortunately, his physical condition deteriorated. It's disheartening, so let's shift our focus now. Number 8. Allen Houston and Stephon Marbury. It would have been quite something to witness the moment when Allen Houston learned that he would be teammates with Stephon Marbury. Marbury had already gained a reputation for his erratic behavior, leaving the Minnesota Timberwolves because he couldn't handle being in Kevin Garnett's shadow and causing drama during his stints in New Jersey and Phoenix until 2004. Houston, who had just finished playing with the unique personality of Latrell Sprewell, found himself paired with Marbury. It's not surprising that Houston played the remainder of that season and then retired after injuring his knee the following season. The combination of Marbury's antics and Houston's knee injury likely contributed to his decision to step away from the game. Number 9. Stephon Marbury and Kevin Garnett. Had Stephon Marbury not been so self-centered and demanding to be the star player, he and Kevin Garnett could have helped the Timberwolves win a championship. Marbury had impressive performances in his first 2 seasons, averaging 15 and 17 points, and he showed rapid improvement. However, his clashes with the Timberwolves' front office led to a trade in the middle of the 1999 season. It's unfortunate to imagine what Garnett could have accomplished with a more stable and talented point guard like Marbury instead of relying on Sam Cassell and other inconsistent players. Marbury's departure had a significant impact on the team, and it's intriguing to speculate how the basketball landscape could have been different if he had stayed and worked well with Garnett. Number 10. Yao Ming and Tracy McGrady. Yao Ming and Tracy McGrady teamed up for 5 years in Houston, creating a promising partnership. Yao, considered one of the top 3 centers of the 2000s, joined forces with McGrady, an acclaimed small forward in the top 10 of his position. It seemed like a winning combination. During their time together, the Rockets achieved over 50 victories on 4 occasions. However, their postseason success was limited. In fact, their only advancement beyond the first round occurred in 2009 when McGrady's injury restricted him to just 35 games. It's unfortunate that they couldn't achieve more success because Yao and McGrady provided an exhilarating spectacle on the court. Their performances were captivating and left fans wanting more. Overall, their partnership had its highlights, but the team's playoff success fell short of expectations. Nevertheless, Yao Ming and Tracy McGrady will always be remembered as an entertaining duo during their time in Houston. Well guys, that about does it for today's video. Hope you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and press that bell icon to always be updated about our next video. See you guys next time. Thanks for watching.